Hello again, folks. This is the German DAX. We're just taking a quick look at update what we've seen. If you remember, I posted on Facebook. If this DAX we're going to rally, this is the area it should find a bit of support. And you can see it's rallied nearly 800 points or more off the low that we made. And you can see this was strong resistance. It hit it in 2000, backed off, and we had a good rally through 2003 up to this 2007. You see, it hit this support again, came down, finally broke through that support and made this double top up in here, as you can see, and now we've come down. This is a sharp range. What we'd be expecting to see is some sort of a BC swing. We're expecting A, B, C, D correction, possibly down this 786 area. Even this down trend line, if you just put a trend line on here, on this monthly chart from this low through to that low, just extend it, that's probably where you'd be looking for the final correction to come in. Just extend that out a little bit. We'll be able to see that would come in right about here, so you'd expect some sort of a bounce. So that's your long-term trend line going back a long way. So you would expect a BC swing. Now, if you look at this on this 4-hour chart, you might be able to see a little bit what could unfold. You see we've had the nice 3 drives to a bottom pattern there. If you zoom in on this a little bit, there's a 3 drives to a bottom pattern there. We had this first fairly strong bounce, came down, and now I've completed that 3 drives to a bottom. As you can see, 1.27 right there. And then we've bounced off this. We're looking at a little BC swing now. But you see, if you fade this out again and just look where I've measured this from a couple of highs. I measured this from this sort of top high we made here. And you see 382 on that comes in right about this 9,600 area. If it were to pick up a bit of legs, your 382 off the high we made on the 20th of Feb, 19th, 20th of Feb, that comes in and coincides with the 50% off that one. So around 10,000, 10,100, that would be a really good place to take a look at it. And then that should then be complete your BC swing. And then we start the next leg down. The other alternative, of course, is this correction. This is it, but I can't see it myself. This move's far too severe. First leg down. Half of the countries are locking down. It's going to be, I think best we're going to get is a 382, probably only off that secondary high. But so watch 9.6 and watch 10,100. There's 500 point difference there. But probably the best way to trade it would be to look at it in terms of the really short-term swings. By that I mean come down to what I would look at. Come down to a 2-minute chart. Just bear with me. Clear all this off. Come down to a 2-minute chart, and you can see some beautiful, another lovely 3 drives to a bottom pattern there. But you can see, oh sorry, this is the Dow. I wanted to look at the DAX. Here's your DAX. This is your 5-minute DAX. You see, so it's obviously following the Dow down, but you'd look for, and which is Friday, so there's probably a lot of people hitting sell buttons again for the weekend. Keep an eye. But you trade these shorter time. I mean, if you've got this is your 5-minute chart. Look at this. You've got your another ABCD there. So you've got this ABCD off your low that we made. There's your first AB swing to there. Back down. And you can see that's it. 1.27. Then you've got another one here. These are tradable patterns, folks. You've got another one there, A, B, C, D there. Again, 1.27 spot on this one. Came down, rallied back, made your lower high. So there's 2 ways you can trade this. You could once it started down, you could have just sold it right there and put your stop at the 1.27. Any move above that 92.75 are telling you that we're wrong. Okay, and then it came down, or you could have sold the lower high, and the third lower high, 135 pattern, not quite your time symmetry, and then once it starts down here, just put your stop above the second one, you know, and then once you get below this low, you stops here, and then you start locking profit. This were a bit of a dodgy one. If you'd have locked above here, you'd have been stopped out on that one. So it did a bit of a wrong footing stop, but there. So that would have been a good point. Now we've completed an ABCD to the downside. So if this is going to have any legs, if we're going to get a BC swing of any sort to the upside, we'd look to be, you know, you'd look to be completing this ABCD right here as we speak. So if you could see, you know, this is obviously the DAX is closed now. You'd probably maybe look to trade the Dow, which is a live market at the moment. I think it's only another hour or so of the Dow to go in there. Their clocks have gone forward a little bit before ours, but you can see. So this is the area we want to be taking a look at it, and then you'll be looking for a bullish candle, and then you'd know where your risk is. See this one, you've got a bullish candle here, but you know you've not completed your pattern. What we'd also do is put a few ratios on so you can see what you're looking at, and see if we can get a few. Fade it back a little bit. So some ratios. Not that one. Try that one, Peter. Ratios. Right, there you go. You see, 786 off of that. 50% off of that. So you see where some of your just near a 382 off of this. Just gone past your 382 on that. So you start to see some sort of a bounce from this level. You never know. This is an area you'd be looking at. In fact, I might re-record this as a live video, but wait and see. Take a look at that. Like I said, it's Friday, so well, that's a valid pattern. It's just a case of then saying how much do you want to risk to find out if it's going to work. You know, we might do a bounce similar to that, and then start another leg down. So you don't know, but you're going to wait for some confirmation. Wait for a nice doji candle or something like this on an inverse, or you know, so look, see what we could see here. You see a nice doji candle and another one, then a nice bullish candle, and then we've got a nice run, and we've got an outside reversal. So your BC leg, so that was telling you a bounce. Then another reversal candle, that was telling you this was probably your BC swing over. And we started down, bit of a sort of dead rally, and then finally broke down. So it's just a case now whether this pattern is going to work or whether it's going to pick up momentum to the downside. We'll have to wait and see on that. But you won't have to risk very much. If it takes the 786 out, it's probably going to do another. It's probably going to extend this. Possibly make a double bottom down here at 1.27 expansion a little bit. So it's but your A, B, C, D. This is it. This is your point B. Look, A, B, C, D. Above point B, it's bullish. It gets back below this point B. That's telling you the down move's still unfolding. So you don't have to risk very much on this pattern, folks, to find out if it's going to work. We're trading at 87.06. I won't risk more than probably 50 pips. I want to see a bullish candle first. I want to see a bullish candle. I've got a low test candle. I want to see a bit of follow through. If we get a nice follow through, you can lock it quite. You can do this for about 30 pips. Okay, so you'll be looking to be a buyer on this about 30 pips. This is live, folks. So this is where you want to be. You won't have to risk very much, and then get your profit locked as soon as you can lock a bit, or get it to break even as soon as you can. That's what it's all about, folks. Controlling how much you risk. Nobody knows how much you're going to make on a trade. All you can control is how much you're going to risk. So, and this is the way when you get these wild, volatile days, the way to try and trade it is use these patterns on the shorter time frame chart, and then look for a place to ideally you want to see a nice little high, but a higher low, sorry, a rally higher low, and then start. But it's early days on this, but this is an area. This has got any chance of a rally. This point B here, this point B is key because this is defining the current downtrend. That point B. Why? because up to this point the market was making lower lows and lower highs. Now, then it made another lower high, then we come down. This is the first time, this is the first higher low. Notice point C, A, B, C is a higher low. Once we get above that higher low, that's potentially, point B is potentially telling you it's a change of trend. Might only be a short-term change of trend, but it's telling you because we've got back above this point B. We're making higher lows and higher highs. Higher lows, higher highs. Higher lows. Now I'm in a lower high, so this might be just a B, C, D. So again, point B is important here, isn't it? Because now, point B is defining the current uptrend. Once we've brought point B, we've broke that sequence of higher highs and higher lows. And now we're making a lower high and a lower low. So we've got to reverse. So we need to get back above point B again to keep this uptrend intact without taking any of the last low. So this is the lowest low between these two swing highs here, that one and that one. Let's just take the ratios. That's what we're doing. And then you're looking at this now. This is an important level of support is this area. So keep a close eye on it. I'll post an update on this in an hour or so and see what unfolds. I'm not be buying it yet. I'm not seeing any reason to buy this. I wanted this to be green and closed up here. I might have been interested, right? As you can see, it's not. So I don't want to be a seller either because this pattern's completed, hasn't it? Perfect A, B, C, D to the downside. So I don't want to be a seller because we're coming into important support. This is key support now. So if we break down below this support, we'll be going short again. Because that's telling us that this is probably all it's going to do, and we started to head lower. So this is a time to be sat on your hands and just watching price action. So that's what you want to be doing. I'll try and update this. If I decide to take a trade, I'll update it and show you what I'm doing. So, okay, folks, that's what I'm seeing in the German DAX for now. So take care and have a nice weekend and speak to you soon. Bye for now.